Here's why the Quran cannot be true. Surah 754 says the earth was created in 6 days, while Surah 41:9-12 says the earth was created in 8 days.
Here we go again. Chapter 7 verse 54 says Allah created the heavens and the earth in 6 days. Then in chapter 41 verses 9-12, it also says 6 days. You just don't know how to understand the context of the verse. Why? Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says He created the earth in 2 days, the mountains in 2 days, that's inclusive of the first 2 days. So far it's only 4, not 6. And then the heavens in 2 days. What's 2 plus 2 plus 2? 6.
If Muhammad is the perfect man as described in Surah 33:20,
Quran in chapter 33 verse 21 says that the Prophet is an excellent example. It doesn't describe him as the perfect man, even though we do believe he was a perfect man.
then his actions should hold up morally across cultures and time. But Muhammad married a 6-year-old.
Again, I call you out in your previous video. I said to you that Bukhari isn't a source that is accepted by all Muslims. And the only narrator of this, that Aisha was 6 when she married the Prophet, conveniently is Aisha herself. No one else has ever narrated this. And I proved in that video when I refuted you that Aisha was 19 when she married the Prophet. So for those that want to see the proof for that, you can refer to that video.
Executed critics.
Executed critics. No, another, he wasn't executed because he was a critic. In fact, he was an opponent of Islam known for mocking the Prophet, insulting the Prophet, and torturing early Muslims in Mecca. He was taken as a prisoner of war after the Battle of Badr, and he was ordered to be executed. Why? Because in legal principle, even in pre-Arabia and even today, those who commit treason, espionage, or incite violence in war may be executed. And the Quran says in chapter 5 verse 33, those who wage war against God and His Messenger, their punishment is execution. So the Prophet was merely abiding by the Quranic laws.
Took wives as prisoners of war.
And stop using ChatGPT as your source. Do you know what? I caught you. Do you know why? Because this is one thing that ChatGPT does, is it gives a reference, but the reference isn't the number that it's given. Right? So it'll say, for example, Sahih Bukhari 1246. But if you go and check it, it doesn't say that. Or it'll say, this is narrated in Sahih Muslim 5679. But if you go check it, it doesn't say that. This screenshot that you've just put above your head is a screenshot from ChatGPT. And I've just gone and looked at this Sahih Muslim 3373. It does not say what you said. It's not even this narration. It's a completely different narration talking about something else. So the least you can do, bro, is double check the sources before you present them, okay? This is just pure ignorance. And he didn't take Safiya as a wife, as a prisoner of war. He freed her, proposed to her, she had a choice, and she chose to marry the Prophet. So it wasn't a forced marriage, it wasn't a marriage of a captive slave. No. She was free to choose, she chose the Prophet.
Surah 76:29-30 says you do not will unless Allah wills it. But Surah 18:29 says let him who wills believe. So is it free will or divine control?
So you have yet again failed to understand these verses. Chapter 18 verse 29 affirms that you are free to choose your belief or disbelief. So you have that choice. Whereas chapter 76 verse 30 reminds us that our freedom is still a creation of God. So humans have free will within the framework of God's will. Your ability to will is granted by God. So there is no contradiction here. God allows and sustains your free will as part of His will.
The Quran is clear and fully detailed, like Surah 6:114 says. Why are there volumes of hadiths required for external explanation? This shows the Quran is not self-sufficient.
No one claimed that the Quran is the only source. That's why we have the Prophet ﷺ Sunnah in order to understand the Quran. So again, everything that you've said, all lies, all lack of knowledge from your part. I suggest you do your research, then make videos against Muslims. And any video that you make against the religion of Islam, I will be responding to.